How do, folks? Thanks very much for tuning in. What are we here for today? I know it's been a while, but we are back, and there's going to be some things coming up in the next few weeks. So, starting off today, we've got a review of this little beauty. It's the Wotofo Serpent box 50 watts. As you can see by the sticker on the side just there, it is the full kit. It's a nice little 50 watt mod. It's quite small and stealthy. It does only go up to 50 watts. It's got a 2000 mAh built-in battery. It fires between 7 and 50 watts. It does temp control. I think it's Fahrenheit between 200 and 600 Fahrenheit, or 100 to 315 in Celsius. It will fire from 0.1 to up to 3 ohms in wattage mode, and between 0.1 and 1 ohm in temp, or it might be the other way around actually. Not entirely sure on that one, but we'll see. So what we're going to do first of all, no mucking about, we're going to dive down to tabletop view, crack open the box, have a look what's in there, go through the menu, things like that, have a look, see how it works. Once we've gone through that, we'll come back up to top view like this, we'll give it a vape and see how well it works. So, see you down below. Right then, here we are, top down view on the tabletop. Let's have a look at the box and what's in it. Bit of an unboxing, sorry, and take a look through how the menu system works, etc. See what's in the box, all that good stuff. So as you can see, built-in battery, 2000 mAh, Serpent box 50 watt. As I showed you in the start of the video, it is the full kit. It's in red. Got the Wotofo logo on the side there. Wotofo.com, the website. Same thing on there. It's the same way all the way around. On the back, some details for CASAR.org, which is the Smoke-Free Alternative Trade Association. They're both American advocacy groups. There's another scan there with age 18 plus, trademarks, regulatory information, etc., etc., and a good old scratch and sniff there, so you can check that it is authentic. So we'll just slide that open, and I'll pop that to one side. First up there, you've got the user manual for the box. Gives you information about the basic settings that it will run to. As I was saying earlier, it's between 7 and 50 watts, 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit in temp control, or 100 to 315 centigrade. In temp mode, it is 0.1 to 1 ohms, and in power mode, i.e. wattage mode, 0.1 to 3 ohms, and it'll charge at 1 amp, 2000 milliamp battery built in. There we go, that's information in that table there. There's a little diagram of fire button, up, down button, and the charge and update port. Some little information, bits of information there about to switch modes, turning on and off, increasing and decreasing the power, and some of the status messages that you can get on it. Doesn't look like it wants to focus in that. Sadly, as much as I've got a HD camera, it doesn't like to autofocus when it's up close. But not to worry, I'll be going through those settings with you on screen anyway. And there's just usual warranty information on the back of it as well. Furthermore, inside the box, this little t-shirt card with some information of a giveaway there. They're running on Instagram. As it's the full kit, it does come with the tank included. And it's got some information there about the tank itself. Where do we start from? This side. How to fit a coil, priming the coil, putting it all together, how to fill up the tank, etc., etc. Most of you will know this anyway. I'll pop that off to the side. Then, inside the box, here we go. We have the mod itself, pop that to one side for now. We've got a, well, we'll go with the tank first. There's the little Serpent sub-tank. We'll take a closer look at that in a moment as well. Obviously, spare things like there's a spare glass in there. Take that out, just in case the tank glass breaks. Most tanks will come with that these days. And inside the little box here, they do supply you with a charging cable and also a spare coil. Now that spare coil in there is 0.5 ohms, it's rated for 40 watts. I believe it's the same one inside the tank. I haven't actually had a look at that yet. We'll put those bits off to the side and just concentrate on the tank and the mod. Yeah, we'll strip this tank down first of all. See what's in there. We have a detachable drip tip there. There is adjustable airflow, and it adjusts on both sides there. And obviously, adjustment you make on one side, you go to fully open there. It's exactly the same on the other side. If we take the tank apart, you'll see if we can crack this open. It's definitely a bit stiff when you first get it. Okay, well, we'll put that to one side for now. Let's have a look at the mod. As you can see, it's quite a small, dinky little mod, especially when you compare it to something, say, like the RDTA box. You can see there's quite a size difference there. Also compare it to something like the RX200S. There's a good size difference there, you can see. It is a stealthy little mod. As I say, it does only run to 50 watts though. It may not be ideal for more seasoned vapors, unless you're looking for something more stealthy. Here's one of the little coils. As you can see, this is also a 0.5 ohm coil, rated to 40 watts. I don't know if you can read that on there, probably not. We've got 4 decent sized wicking holes, plenty of room for air to get in up under the coil, and it is a bottom vertical coil coming straight up. If you can see that on camera, probably not, but we'll get there. Now, let's get back to seeing if we can take this apart. There we go. It's apart there, we go. So it's got like a cage system in there to give the glass a little bit more strength. I would assume that pops out of the bottom. It's obviously quite a snug fit with the O-ring there. So that's a good thing. You ain't going to get any leaks from that. It is coming a little bit loose, but we'll leave it there. Why disturb it? We'll keep it a nice strong fit. There's the base with the airflow on. There's just a nice simple screw the coil in there. That then screws, as you can see there are threads around here, around this silver bit just here. Now the base screws into the bottom of the glass section. There we go. And it's a nice easy top fill system. 2 big massive gaps for no matter how wide the drippers are on your bottles, whether it's a glass dripper or a little unicorn nozzle bottle. It's going to be nice and easy to fill that tank up. Then you just screw that top back on. Screws in nice and tight. The chimney attaches into the coil just inside, as you can see. Sorry about the reflections, but this is what you have to deal with when you're recording reviews on a limited budget, sorry. And a little Delrin drip tip pops back in there. A smart little tank there. Screws nicely onto the mod. And just 5 clicks to turn it on and off. You see, you get the Wotofo logo there. And it's asking whether it's a new or an old coil. Use the power up and down buttons on the front. Switch between new and old. Obviously this is a new coil. Let's just have a quick look, see if we can see what capacity the tank has, because that's one thing I haven't seen. No, not sure on that one. I'll have a look at that for when we come back up top. And we can take a look at the capacity of it. It looks to be about 3 mil capacity, 4 mil maybe, perhaps. We'll see. The buttons on the front there will turn up and down your wattage. If you wish to switch to TC modes, I'm going to leave that back on 40 watts because that's the recommended for the coil anyway. That'll be perfect when I drop some juice in it in a bit, and we'll try it out for up top. To switch between the different power modes, you press the fire button and the plus button at the same time. There we go. You can see that there. If it'll focus in, there we go. You can switch between wattage. I need to come out of focus again. Wattage, TCR mode. It's been especially awkward today. Let me see if I can go into manual focus. TCR, which is for manually setting the temperature coefficient for the temperature control mode, or it presets there for stainless steel, titanium and nickel. And switch between those. Now these are cancel coils, so that comes with it, so we'll be using wattage mode on that. You can also press the plus and minus buttons together and it will lock the adjustment keys. Still allows you to fire though. I'm not going to fire properly at the moment because we don't want to do that. Not while they're still dry. There we go, key unlocked. Okay, so that's about it really. As you can see, dinky little mod. And we'll do a few more comparisons, shall we, in terms of size. I think everybody knows the kind of size of a Smock X Cube 2. As you can see, definitely a dinky little stealth mod. I mean, I've got small hands, so but even in my hands, that disappears. Just a little bit of tank poking out. That's a cute little mod. So what we'll do now is I'll get it filled up, get some juice in it, get the coils all preloaded, etc, etc. Give it a try, and then we'll come back to up top view and let you know how it vapes, what my opinions are on it, see how it's good for, how good it is for clouds, flavour, etc, and who's it aimed at, we'll say. Okay, so see you up top, guys. Right then, welcome back up top, guys, or as I might start calling it, Ugly Cam. But yeah, had a little bit of time using this now, and it's not a bad little mod. I'm quite liking it, considering I'm more of a direct lung inhaler. It's a cracking little mod. I mean, I've got it. I've turned it up to 45 watts, 0.5 ohm coil, and that's some pretty respectable clouds from such a dinky little mod, to be honest. I've had a look, and it is a 5 ml capacity tank, so it's a little bit bigger capacity than I expected. It's quite respectable, to be fair. The flavour's coming through lovely. I'm on my old favourite critical mass there, and you can see it's got some really reasonable clouds. Now, this one, this review sample was provided to us by Heaven Gifts, and I'm just checking out for you the prices. It's normally $77, currently reduced down to $61.80, or in good old British pounds. Let's take a look at what that is. And my app loads up. It works out to, if you're in the UK, which is where our group is based, it works out to $49.89. So £50. You've got a cracking little starter kit if you're new to vaping and you want to go straight to direct along sub-ohming. If you've started out on the little vape pens with more mouth to lung and you want to look at going over onto sub-ohm and mouth to lung, good, perfect little transition mod. Or if you just want, if you're a direct lung inhaler anyway, it's not as airy as some of the bigger tanks. Like, I mean, got here the Clito 120. That's obviously a lot more airy. Does bigger clouds, bigger light, but you know, it runs coils that go up to and above 120 watts. If you want a nice little stealth mod, just to take out to a little family event, say, anything like that, this is cracking. I mean, it's a 2000 mAh battery, which sounds small, I know, but when you're running it at 50 watts, you're going to get some good usage out of that. And the flavour really does come through surprisingly well. I mean, I'm more used to vaping mechs, things like the Clito, the RDTA box, and I tend to run, you know, anywhere between 0.15 and 0.2 ohms at higher wattages. And this has really caught me off guard, if I'm honest. There you go. The Deej can't blow O's. But anyway, oh, it's a cracking little mod. And reading up on it, the coils, even though it's the Wotofo Serpent 22 Subtank. It's actually compatible with Kanga OCC and SS OCC coils, so you're going to be able to get them anywhere. I don't know I don't know what else to say other than I'm really surprised. Oh, I thought I'd frozen up then. But anyway, we're back. In case any of you don't know, we're not professional reviewers. We're just a little group on Facebook. We don't do professional reviews. None of this is pre-scripted, pre-rehearsed or any of that. They're just off-the-cuff reviews. And off the cuff, I'm blown away by this thing. As I said, 50 quid. You've got yourself either, depending on where you're coming from, if you're an experienced vapor who's already into sub-ohming, direct lunging, you've got a cracking little stealth kit there, 0.5 ohms. The Kanga coils, you're going to be able to get a bigger range as well. Just remember that the mod does only go up to 50 watts. If you're completely new to vaping, just starting out, it's a cracking little starter tank. In fact, it's going to give you a really good experience. When I first started out on the Coolfire 4 Plus with an iSub G tank on 0.5 ohm coils, and as much as that was a great little mod, this, oh, it's lovely. It comes with the built-in batteries. It comes with the charging cable, so you can charge it anywhere. If plug it into any USB outlet, you got it charged up, and oh, this is promised onto one of the other admins in the group. I'm really tempted to keep this for myself, if I'm honest. This is surprisingly good. I think this would be a lovely little mod just to take out and about when I'm taking the dog for a walk, something like that, and I don't want to lug something heavy around. So, here you go. I can't say much more. 50 quid if you're in the UK, $61.80 elsewhere. Well, you'd pay in dollars anyway because it's on the Heaven Gifts website. But seriously, guys, go and pick yourself one of these up. Heaven Gifts have got them in. Just buy one. Awesome little mod. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you have, please do leave a like. Or if you're not impressed with it, give us a thumbs down. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. And give us a subscribe. We've got more reviews coming up in the next week or two. We've got the Wotofo Conqueror RTA. We've got an iJoy EXO, I think it's the EXO, little mouth to lung kind of tank. I'll be doing a review on some other bits and bobs coming up very soon. So, cheers guys, like and subscribe.